Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of Jugalbandi. This is Vishnu from TackOn, and today we have with us Rahul Mohanty and Aakash Narayana. We are all friends from KSEKIL. If you don't know what KSEKIL is, KSEKIL is India's oldest and continuous quiz club since 1972 based out of Hyderabad. So all three of us right now in this video are based out of Hyderabad and members of KSEKIL. So in this episode, both the participants sent me 10 words of their choice. I selected 3 each from the set of these 10 words and gave them to the opposite sides. And each of them selected a single word and made a question on it and made sure that the word appears in the answer. Let's see the word selected by Rahul and the question he made. So all the viewers who are watching this video right now can comment your answers in the comment section or in the live chat. So let's see what Rahul has in store for us. Rahul, the screen is yours.
Right. Thanks, Vishnu. So let's talk about my question. So primarily, whoever is reading this question has suffered from this strange affliction. I won't say that it is a disease per se, but yes, this is something we have all suffered from. So every time we are in an argument, online or otherwise, we have often suffered from not producing a repartee in time for a well-timed verbal jibe aimed at us. Often we produce the perfect reply quite later in the day while we replay the argument in our mind. We also suffer in despair that why we couldn't produce the said reply at the very moment when time was the essence in delivering the knockout punch. Unless and until you are witty during the time when you are delivering that reply, it doesn't make any sense. Usually that perfect reply comes later in the day when we are not in that argument. Well, the French encyclopedist and philosopher Denis Diderot have the perfect term for the same when he referred to a similar situation in Paradox sur le Comédien. I hope I am saying that right, or also in English known as Paradox on the Comedian. He explained this phenomenon as a sensitive man such as myself, overwhelmed by the argument leveled against him in a gathering, becomes confused and can only clearly again think so when he finds himself at the X. The X here refers to the architecture of a kind of mansion to which Diderot was invited, and the reception room were on the Etage Noble or Etage Noble, one floor above the ground floor. Okay, which is nothing but one floor above the ground floor. To have reached the X means to have left the gathering. So identify this affliction that Diderot has pithily described as the X syndrome. I hope the question is clear to you guys.
Okay, so I think I need to start replaying the question and the words in my mind to answer this. I'll take a shot at this since you're saying one floor above ground floor. And so one of the words which I gave, which I remember is stairs. So you can use the stairs to go to a floor, and to have reached stairs might also mean to leave the gathering because if you want to exit, you can take the stairs. But I'm not sure of anything else. So I would take a guess that it is known as the stair syndrome or something like that.
Even my guess is stair syndrome, because of the words which I remember which Aakash said. Otherwise, I would have never guessed it. I think it's stair syndrome. And your clue that one floor above the ground floor is also helping me.
Yes. I had absolutely no clue about it before, but that one word, one sentence of one floor above the ground floor, that helped me get an idea of what the question is saying about it.
Yeah,
nice.
That's absolutely. Thank you. That's absolutely. Indeed, that's the whole point of quizzing. So this is indeed known as the staircase syndrome. So when we talked about a mansion over here, this is the kind of staircase. It would be. I mean, you can see the floor above it. People usually, once they have left the gathering, they'll be climbing down the stairs. That is when the perfect reply will come into their mind. Usually for us, it will happen when we are, showering and replaying that, or brushing our teeth, or probably, cleaning our, utensils. That's when we'll be replaying that argument. But the French encyclopedist Diderot has, called it as staircase syndrome or l'esprit d'escalier.
Okay, that was
That's all.
a question and answer by Rahul Mohanty. So the word given by Akash here was stairs. So Rahul chose
Mhm.
stairs and created a question on staircase syndrome. And now let's see what Akash has in store for us. And audience, whoever is watching this video, they can comment your answers. You can comment your answers in the comment section, either in the live chat or in the comments, and you can check your answers once the answer is revealed.
Okay, so these ubiquitous household items, they date their existence in their current form to the 1960s, which is the 1800s. So they have been a boon in the COVID times, allowing us to remain infection free. So if you've been following news, last month there was a Japanese company who came up with a new modification to that item, where you could also clean your smartphone while doing a now mundane activity. The phones are passed through UV light for 30 to 40 seconds to keep them germ free and thus prevent unnecessary contact. This is so that whatever good work you have done all this while, that should not go to waste. So these items have a common household counterpart, and they have given rise to a popular English expression. So during the World War, everything available was thrown at the enemy except this one particular item, giving rise to the English expression. So what is the item we are talking about, found in households and nowadays even outside of?
I'll take the guess.
So
I don't
the
remember the
red.
words at all. So let me guess. Uh,
So if you've been following news, the second paragraph should be helpful. If you want to start working out, you can work out from the English phrase. If you give it your all, you can arrive at the English phrase. From there, getting the item should be very easy.
okay. Once pass it to UV light. Is it? No. I'm thinking of vaccine, but I don't remember vaccine as a word which I gave you. Uh, is it some sanitizer? Not sanitizer. Okay, I'll actually pass. I don't remember the words, but and, I'm not getting any clue also. Is it washroom or?
Yes, close. It's not exactly washroom. Let's
Okay,
see if
so
Rahul can. Yeah.
Okay, I think Rahul.
right. One of
Give it your all,
the
Rahul. Give it your all. Subtle
yeah,
way
sure.
of telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's not about giving it to me, but the thing is that uh, if you have been following cricket and everything, one of the very ubiquitous term which Ravi Shastri used to use over there is that throw the wash machine at the what you can say at the player and something like that. So that is something which struck me out over here. During World War II, everything was available, was thrown at the enemy except this particular item. I think that is the last resort if you are throwing the wash machine at somebody. So I'll go with the answer wash machine, which was one of the
Absolutely, that is correct. So
yeah.
the mundane activity we are performing during these times is washing our hands. So the Japanese company came with a slot in the wash basin where you could insert your phones, and the phones would get clean so that your phones will not be spreading any untoward contact. So to keep you and you safe, so the phone is also being sanitized nowadays in Japan. So the English term was throw the kitchen sink, or throw kitchen sink's common
yeah.
counterpart is wash basin. So what I also learned during the video, during making this question is the difference between a sink and a wash basin. So
what is that?
The sink is where we clean objects, and a wash basin is where we clean human parts, human body parts. So like if you wash hands, it's called a wash basin. If you want to clean utensils or some other objects, you call it a sink.
Oh, here
When
we
you
use
say
That's
human
what
body
I
part,
said.
when you said human body part, I thought that you are some kind of macabre serial killer killing somebody and washing and for later use. Okay, this went dark very fast. Okay, and the same with me.
That
Like I
escalated
learned, quite
Just
a
like the
few
staircase,
trivia
this
when I was
escalated
working with
quickly.
the Yeah, that escalated. which is coming up very nicely with my word as well. But yes, I also went through. I mean, yeah, I also went through many examples over here, whether it was MCS or going for the Odisha step or Pahacha for the Odia Jagannath part. But then I went with this terrible syndrome, which I have read some time back. Yes, but a simple word like stairs could throw up so many questions was quite enlightening for me as well.
Yeah, and
It was the same for me as well. So I had seen a news clipping of the phone being sanitized. So that was my inspiration from where I started working in the question.
so your syndrome reminded me of something. I mean, the stair syndrome reminded me of something which I was reading today. The click pen, right? So there was an article on the psychology of the people who keeps on clicking the click pen. So that was very interesting. So they have many
They have,
syndromes.
yeah. Sometimes they have a prop, like it won't give out any, pen refill out of it, but
Yeah,
you can just keep on clicking it as a
yeah.
toy,
Habit.
just like the fidget spinner was all about.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's called fidgeting. Yeah.
Fidgeting, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the episode 4 of Jugalbandi. We have seen the questions from Aakash and Rahul on the words chosen by each other from the words given by each other. So we've seen how Rahul and Aakash have come up with the interesting questions on simple words like stays and wash basin. If you have some interesting fundas about these words, the stays and wash basins, just comment them in the comment section. Everyone will be seeing them. See you all in the next episode of Jugalbandi. Until then, subscribe to the TackOn channel and stay tuned. Thank you.